Good, good, good evening. Get it? Hi. Maybe I should have muted before I did that. Welcome in, Joe. Good to see you. Okay, so tonight, Eve would like a new Evelevator because she would like it to be 2x3 instead of 2x2. This means that we have to figure out how to fit 2 flying machines in there, and we're going to get started on that. Let's see, is Eve online at the moment? She is not. Eve, could you be online for a second just so I can find your place? In the meantime, you can see my sort of concept board for everything that I've done in my base. Ooh, this is the Rick Rail. It needs to be rebuilt. There's the cruise ship. There's the Saturn V. There's the library. Basically my scratch space over here. You can see that's a floor design I'm going to use for something or other, but I haven't decided what yet. This was me testing how far away I had to put the this wall before TNT would break it. See, I don't actually know where Eve's thing is. She's going to be online here in a second, but this became the basalt farm. As you can see there, it is floating in the sky. Here's the nether tunnels I designed. And this here is what I call the triple bore, because it has 3 TNT tubers and it just bores its way through a tunnel. And it's just about the perfect size for these tunnels. And what did I do here? Oh god. Oh, okay, this is the this is my test for the beacon that I put in my base. I wanted it to actually look good, so there it is. Let's see, what are these? Oh, these are autographer designs that Vex gave me. Thanks, Eve. But none of them really work for the way that I want to use them. This, what is this? This is... I think this is the super smelter that I put together for Eve's space. It operates at 1 hopper speed. Just a lot of bits and pieces of stuff. Okay. Eve would like an elevator in this building. Hi, Eve. So here's what we're gonna do. Copy the whole damn thing. And we're just going to take it over here and we're going to paste it. I think we're going to... Actually, while we're here, let's leave a waypoint so I can find my way back here. So. There. I could have just teleported back to... Okay, yeah. I'm an idiot. Oh, what's wrong with your nether portal leave? Ah, gotcha. Okay. So Eve would like to make it so that these 6 blocks are the ones, they won't be amethyst, but these 6 blocks are the ones that will go up and down. And so these can't be here. Let's get rid of those for a second and just put these in for temporary sake. Okay. Oops. And we'll just use these for now. Let's see. Clear my inventory. And amethyst. And then let's give ourselves a bunch of space to work with underneath. There's one. And there we go. Let's see. So if we're going to have some flying machines here, let's go ahead and put obsidian. Just so they can't run away with us. Go in and break that later. And then here, we're going to have a torch. Okay. So if we want to do this, if we were to do this with one flying machine, we'd have to do something like this. And that's 12 blocks right there. 6 slime blocks, 6 floor blocks. So we can't do that because we have to bring the piston with us, among other things. So for this, we need 2 flying machines. So we'll go like that. That's probably the best way to do it. And then we'll just start placing pistons. I wish there were a way to get it to go away from me. Let's see. Cactus. That'll do it. Perfect. Okay, so now what? We need... So this piston is going to push up. And then this piston's going to pull. Been a second since I made one of these. Let's see. We have really limited space to work with here. what we might be able to do is, let's see, we have to have a way for observer to update. So we'll go ahead and put an observer here. Do that. Make these symmetrical. Okay, so when the observer fires, this piston extends, and this goes up. And then what we need is something to let's see. I'm a little bit close. This is why I'm the 960th best mythical Pingu impersonator, because I'm just not very good at it. But god damn it, 961st is worse than me. Okay. How the hell do you even make one of these? I swear I know how these things work. It's just been a second since I've looked at them. So typically you have something like this. And then you would have observers. And maybe points. Let's see, can you do something like this? Because the problem is we need to make this exactly 2 by 1 for this to work. Technically, we have one more block available to us, but... Okay, cool, that does work. No, stop. No, stop. There. Damn. Okay, now let's... There it is. I lost the spot. We do have to be careful with how many blocks we're pushing. Do that. Do that. And we do have to be a little bit careful with this. Lest we quasi-power this one, but we might be okay. Okay, so this one is gonna by this observer, this pushes. And it pushes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks. Okay. And then this one only has to pull 4 up behind it. Perfect. That will work just fine. And then we can just build the exact same thing. Oops. Only instead of honey, we use slime. I love the cactus. The carpet rule is entertaining. It's, let's see, carpets, flippin' cactus. I love it because, yeah, it's amazing. Okay. Let's see. We might want to actually reverse these because our wiring is going to be run up these columns. And I think you've wanted the elevator to end here-ish, I think. I think she wanted to end on this floor because this isn't a real floor. Okay, thanks, Eve. Okay, so then we need to get rid of several blocks. And then Eve can fill in as needed, but this is why we made a copy, because this is all gotta go. Good luck, Eve. Okay, and then we just keep going up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And these have got to go as well. Okay, so all of that needs to be either air or non-movable blocks. Let's give this a shot. We'll put some obsidian up here. We'll use some other mechanism to stop it for real, but for now we'll just use those obsidian blocks. And then I think these have to be synchronized. Okay. Let's get rid of these. And do that. And then smooth stone. And this is just going to be for test. We need a way to trigger these. Give me a powered rail. Give me a best way to trigger observers. And then here goes nothing. Okay. So far, so good. Here's our basic design. And then if we need to find a way to make this go down. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to take these observers. And we're actually going to reverse these again. So What we need is a way for these observers to be triggered, and right now we don't have that way because they're facing up. So what we want is for them to be facing this way. But for that to happen, to do that. So this definitely works with slime blocks because this is a full block. With honey blocks, we might have a problem. But we'll find out. Okay, and then let's just swap these out real quick. Smooth stone. Excellent, Eve. We love to see it. So what was the nether portal for? Tell me. Then here's going to be our trigger. And for now, we're going to do something very similar up here. We got to be careful with that. Okay, so you found the largest cave you've ever seen on Acorn's server. So you're building a tunnel so people can get there easy. Excellent. Is there anything special in the cave, or is it just large? I think if we put some non-movable blocks here, let's remove those real quick. Some treehouse members are going to go absolutely rabid for this build now. It's all the way from the surface to twin ancient cities. Nice. Okay, but are the treehouse members brave enough to go to ancient cities? Welcome in, Vex, by the way. Good to see you. Let's see. Let's make this easy on Eve. Let me use glazed terracotta. And because it won't be part of the final build, we'll go ahead and just make everything glazed magenta. Okay. Boom, boom. Oh. Okay then. Well, shit. It's, interesting. So that definitely doesn't work. I think we can put... Okay, before we go any further, let's actually double check this. Because I don't know if this is going to work. If I have an observer, and then that observer goes into a honey block, And then there's a piston. Does that even do anything? Yes. Okay. Cool. Welcome in, Oni. Good to see you. Okay. So I kind of want these to be facing this way because that's going to make it easier. And with the bottom ones, we don't have to care as much. So I'm just going to rebuild this again the other way. Just gonna... Wait. You made some weird fish thing. Okay. Tell me more. Hmm. Problem. I guess we could do... Oh, I thought you... Okay, I was thinking like artwork. But culinary fish weirdness is good as well. I do like salmon. You're hoping this is an insane statue and not food? This is an Evelevator. It's not either one. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. If we were to put... Because this has to be facing the outside. Somehow. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it here, and we're actually going to make these. So I really don't want to do that, but I kind of have to, maybe. If I put it facing this way, is there any way to make a working flying machine? No, because these have to be together, so we won't do that. What we will do is we'll put it facing this way. And then what we can do is we can build our flying machine over here. Because then this can go like this. And that. And then like that. And crazy texture tastes pretty good. I'll take it. I'd rather have a bad texture and a good taste than the other way around, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Okay, but if we do that, then assuming that we actually build this correctly, it should work. And then all we have to do is shit. Problem. Sorry, folks. If you don't have to do that if you don't want to. But we do have a problem because this observer then has to go here. And that might work? Maybe? Let's find out. I guess this would let us do that, technically. So we could actually make this one block short, because this could go like that. Because if we pull this, that all comes down. So the only problem is that this is connected to... Okay, this might work. Flip and cactus. And do that. Okay. And now let's rebuild the other one to be the same. We're gonna put this here. And then the cactus powers do look like witchcraft. It's carpet mud. So same diff, but yeah. Okay. Do that. Do that. Which does make this quite easy to launch. Come to think of it. Okay, so then now the question is, let's just get rid of this for now. And we'll put these here. And then this can come down. So it's gonna go there. And oh shit. I hit the observer fix. One, two, three. And then let's see. Observer go this way. Observer go this way. I need a temporary way to trigger these both at the same instance. So we're going to use Blaze Terracotta here, 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 here. Just let me know as soon as you have to, as soon as you can, if I have to rebuild the building with even block. No, we can get this working. Okay. Go away. We'll work out exactly how to trigger these later. I just want to make sure the flying kite mission concept is good. Okay. And go. And this can go facing down. This can go facing up. And then observer facing down. Okay, now cross your fingers. God damn it. It's this. Oh my god, I took the observer. At least, so at least we know that works. Let's do that. I also took the other observer with it. We'll use like a button or something for that. Let's use a lever. Cross fingers. There's a lot of finger crossing that goes on in Slimestone. Damn. Yes, Eva, it does tend to happen with these. When you have two flying machines, if they get out of sync, then they tend to tear each other apart. Okay. Hands. Okay. Up we go. I said. Okay, so this one has to push far too many blocks because it has to push this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and because 5, 6. This will not work, folks. This will not work at all. So the problem is that we need to be able to trigger this with it still being able to be used. And this does not work because there's nothing. This this will go up just fine, but it won't go down because one of these is going to get pulled and then it's not going to pull this one. So the slime has to be connected in order to pull. And that means we have to do that. But if we do that, then I don't think that gets powered. It does not. What about... I just need a 2-wide flying machine, folks. I guess, okay. Technically speaking, this can still work. if we were to do, if we were to go back to the original design and just have it be like this. And if we were to do that, then all we would really need to do to launch these would be to power this block. Except we would need to power from the other side, so let's go ahead and build this the other way. Try to make this easy on ourselves at the top. The top is where we're going to have more limited space. Assuming, Eve, that you don't have basement plans for this. If you do, please tell me now. Okay. I can go like that, and then we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. Cactus. Observer cactus. Obsidian. Break these observers. Here. Rail. Observer. Cactus. Lever. Okay, so if I do this, it should go up. Perfect. Oops. Okay, and then if we want to launch this, all we have to do is power these two with something that won't get sucked along with us. So let's do glazed terracotta. And go here. And then we can just have okay, so our wiring is actually going to run through this column. It's going to run through the center of the column, which I don't actually know where that is on the inside. Not there. Is it? Yes, it is. So here's the center of the column. Here's where we're running our wiring. And then I think we can do, because we can't put an observer right here, because this would pick it up. But we're going to get a signal. We can't do target blocks either. We have just barely not enough space. Oh, technically, like, okay. Okay, we're fine. Because technically, this is a service layer, which honestly Eve didn't know she was a genius for doing, but she was. Because this gives us room to work with. So we actually want to reverse these flying machines. Once again. There we go. And down. And honey and there. Okay. So our signal comes up here, and then all we need to do is power these pistons. Same time. Which we can easily do if we do this, 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 and this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run rails, because we're going to do leaf stone up that column. Now the only problem we run into is that this gets broken. But we can, Now we need to update the piston somehow, and we need to... Okay, I think we can just... I think if we put redstone... Put redstone dots here. Doesn't really matter if the dots are crosses, but we'll put redstone dots. And that'll ensure that these get powered, which will power the pistons. And then we can put our observers one level higher. I'm going to get rid of those because what we're going to do is that. Then observer facing there, and then more rails. And this will be a triggering mechanism. Oh, it didn't matter. Anyway, okay. So if I'm right, that should allow these to go down. Do power rails all light up as soon as power hits them? On the same tick, yes. So the actual ordering is when a one gets powered, the farthest one updates first. So the game goes down this way, it looks for the farthest one, and then updates back this way. So technically, this one's getting updated, this observer gets updated before this one, but it's on the same tick, so it doesn't matter. And then it's going to do that. Yeah. Okay, so your problem is going to be oops. Your problem is going to be this. That doesn't do anything. So these have to get powered. Either that or these have to go. Oh. Oh, we can do this easily. Okay, hang on. Does it work if I do this? Okay, this is just literally right here. Yes. Okay, that's easy. This is going to be bookshelves. And these just go here. Boom, boom. Bookshelf, bookshelf. Cactus. Cactus doesn't work for these. Okay. There's so many bookshelves. Then we're going to do this and this. And that. Okay. And there's our new triggering mechanism. So if we go down, we'll have to rebuild this, but once again, the other direction. Boom. Cactus, cactus. Cactus again. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want this first. Then the observers. Cactus, cactus. City. Okay, it's going up. And then if we just do that, it goes back down. Excellent. Okay. So now this gets simple because all we need to do is run leaf stone in these conduits. One going up and one going down. So we'd want like a button here, I guess. And this button is going to simultaneously send a signal to the bottom and the top. Do you have to raise the bottom level by one? Maybe. Yes. Rail. Lever. I hate going down on these things, but there we go. Okay. So we're going to have a button here. Eve, is this okay location for a button? This button will trigger both flying machines, trigger both ends of the elevator. So if the elevator's up there, well then it'll come down. And if it's down there, it'll go up. So to accomplish this, we will use a sticky piston going up. We're going to do leaf stone here. Oh, I thought he was saying they were going to go nuts for the cave you found, and I was a little bit confused. But okay, so when we push this, those pistons are going to fire. Yeah, whatever. One person's name is literally Elevator Awareness. Oh, like that's the name of a Twitch user? I wonder if that's the name of a Minecraft user. No. Let's see. Evelevator. I hope somebody has that account name. Okay, let's see now. So when this fires, that's gonna go down, and let's see, we'll use dark oak log. Since you've got a dark oak theme, we'll use dark oak log. Okay, and then dark oak leaves. And then this. This. Thanks, Joe. And this. Okay, so when the log gets pushed down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the little property on the leaves that says how far away it is from a wood block is going to change. And that's detectable with the observer, and we'll fire the elevator. Oni, I don't want to call you useless, but I'm pretty sure that's the most useless thing I've ever heard. Exactly, Joe. It's okay, Oni, I forgive you. Okay. And then what do we want to do going up? I think going up. I think I was going to ask if you wanted the marathon Lord of the Rings or something. Um, the Lord of the Rings movies kind of scare me, to be honest with you. I used to love the books. Now it has been, I have never seen them all the way through, and it has been several years. But, Oni, it's okay. Don't cry. Let's see, so what do I want to do going up? If we go up, we have more options. You see, going up, we can have, I mean, technically we can cheat. We would want to do... Oh, okay, hang on. We can do... We're just gonna do as many different types of vertical redstone as we can here. Let's do a trapdoor. Because I think... And then let's do... we can do scaffolding stone. Oh, well, that'll work once. You need it. Ah. technically we need another one. But we don't have room for that. Okay, we'll just use leafstone. It's fine. I mean, how many times are you really going to use this? I guess probably like 2 or 3 times, so. Okay, and then we'll just do leafstone upwards. Dark oak leaves. Then we can do 1, 2, I think we can do 6. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we can do 7 actually. Let's observe and oh damn, we're close. We're really close. So we can just do that and then sticky piston, and we should be able to get where we're going. Sticky piston and redstone block. Okay. And so we'll go down and hit the button. And if this works... Oh, well, that didn't tell us anything. It will trigger twice. What can we do? And what we can do is... yeah, we're going to... This one we don't have... This one we don't even have to do anything with. We're going to use a copper bulb. Let's see, which kind of copper is Eve using around here? She's using this one, okay. Not that it really matters, but... Okay. You go there. Oh, it does kind of matter, doesn't it? Okay, hang on. Observer. And this will deduplicate the signal from the button. And the log. Cool. And now we do observer. There we go. And then piston. Dark oak log. And dark oak leaves. Do not have enough spacing. Okay, there we go. We leave a gap and then 1. Leave a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And really all we need to do, we don't need very much leafstone here. Because we just need an observer. And then we can have a block. And then a sticky piston. And then an observer facing this way. And that should work just fine. Why are you doing that to me? A large quantity. Okay, hang on. What are you doing? Um, button. Damn, it's because these don't actually deduplicate because they still have a powered and unpowered state, even though. Damn. So what we really need is a rising edge detector, and we don't have room for one of those in here. Welcome back. Eve, it's not too much more complicated. The problem is that the button powering and then depowering causes two observer signals. And we would like for it to just cause one. Technically, we can do that. And then we can do. I don't think so, Eve. I don't remember exactly what it was for, but I do remember that on the old Evelevator we had this problem, and I just sort of ignored it. Um, what if we do this? Oh, yeah. Let's see, it's smooth sandstone here. Then we can. Guess, how do you feel? Because this solves the problem. How do you feel about this, Eve? If there's just a button here. Or we could do. Guess we could do a note block here that you could hit. Because, like, we could do. We have some options. Okay, so we can do this. And then just something that triggers this. So, like, we can put the note block. And then you hit the note block. And if I turn off my redstone textures, then it'll look normal. Or we can do a comparator. And that and a button. But then the light is just going to be randomly on or off. Because it'll be like this, and then you push it, turns on, and then. What do you think? We have options. We can also probably just deal with it. Like, it shouldn't actually be a problem if we have two. If we did that, and then that, and then. that, it'd be fine. Okay, so if we just break that real quick. The only thing is there's no really escaping that there's going to be an open pit here. Okay, and then on the other side, we just do a similar thing. Only instead of being here, the button. Okay, so we might need to sacrifice a little bit of space in this room. Because we need a way to signal the elevator to go down. And we can use... Fair enough, Eve. Okay, so if we did that, we would have to have some kind of... Okay. So this is what it would look like, and then we'd probably want to fill this in anyway, so that can go there. We're going to go ahead and fill this in. And then I guess we can have this open if you really want to. I'll let you figure out how you want to handle that. But what we're going to do is that, and that's just enough to get me a place to put the button. And then over on this side, nice little note block. And oops, note block, observer. And then that's going to power let's see, we're going to take this out and we're going to run. I believe that, yes, this is the column goes straight down. So we just go down that way. Okay. So that's how the top is going to get triggered if we need to go down. And then this is how the bottom is going to get triggered if we want to go up. And the log. And then the piston. I think we're close. One, two, three, four, five, six. Observer. Sandstone. Piston. Log. Air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Observer. And do that and turn it around. And all we really need to do here then is that, which will launch that, and then it's done. And then let's replace all of this, just so that Eve knows it can be anything. And there we go. I think that's the Evelevator 1.5. Maybe? Please. Are you stuck? Why are you stuck? Oh. Oh. Okay. We do have to figure out the method for stopping this thing. I might have screwed up here. That'll get it done. So when we're ready, we can send that back down, but we do need to, before we do that, clear this out. Okay, should be clear. Can't be slabs? Yes, they can't be slabs. They need to be, okay, because the amethyst, so these actually can be slabs, because the amethyst needs to stop here. But we need something below to stop it. Because we could put our problem is If I just put like blocks here, that will in fact stop it. But it will also, the piston that attaches one copper block on the old elevator. What are you? Okay. I don't actually remember how I did this. It had something to do with a piston. I assume this is my old elevator. Okay. Okay. So we can do like a variation on that. But it has to be clever. Let's work on this one, right? Yes. Because now we have not one, but two sides to synchronize. And it has to work no matter what. So, and also this has to remain unbroken. So we really have a challenge. I guess, okay, so we're gonna have... Here's what we'll do. We are gonna put, and if you can do anything here that's like not movable. Or you can do anything here that is movable. And then we'll have pistons, which are normally active. Yes, see, it very much is. I love that it actually has a mechanical purpose now. Okay. Let's do redstone blocks. Oh. We can use the double activation to our advantage. Easy. Ha! My design flaw is paying off. So if we do this and this, and go up. Let's see. I think this through a little bit because these do have to be powered. And then so those are going down. If we do another piston here, why is so? Because it's quasi-powering itself. Lovely. So oh, we can't put redstone dust up there because that's a slab. Problem. See, that really can't go anywhere. This has to stay. If I do this and this, and then redstone dust, it might work. Let's see. No. Oh, but that does make a clock. Okay, that does not get powered. I'm just a clockmaker. That's what I do. Yeah, okay, let's hmm. We need to just power these whenever the observer goes. Which if we had one more to work with, if we had one more block of space to work with, that would be okay. We have to wait for Eve to get back. What I think I'm going to do is just take this down one, because that solves all of our problems. If I just go through and I put these here, and that works, and Eve, okay. I need your permission. I gotta break the pattern a little bit, so this needs to be something else. Oh, and actually it can just be, oh, never mind. This can be easy. Quartz. Because it can just be a full smooth quartz block. And that won't make any difference whatsoever. Oops, not you. And then our rail goes this way, and come on. Makes sense. Okay. So now all I have to do is put these here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And then that should pull these blocks away whenever the button pushes. And then push them back when the button releases. Yes. And there we go. I'm a genius. Sweet. Okay, there's the Evelevator. Congratulations. There is a little bit of a problem with this, with the hole, but I wonder what we could do. Can we do something about that easily? Maybe? Not really. Yeah, you can push it from either ends. The only thing is, like, for one thing, this hole. For another, you can definitely see this as it goes. Yeah, you can redecorate as you see fit. This can, yeah, just put like the decoration back together, I guess. That'll require people to be looking in the open door as opposed to riding the elevator. So can I just do... Okay, so if I do leaves... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Observer. 7 observer block. See, this might actually work. Find out. Doesn't seem to. We might have too many. Okay, we do have too many. 1 second. Do a little vandalism here. I do plan to work on the exterior so you can only really see it at the ground level. Makes sense. But there you go. I think that's it. Wanna come try it? And then obviously you have to do the decoration here however you see fit, but you're welcome, Eve. I'll take a look at it in a second. Yep, there's the elevator shaft. And I assume we'll do something like here. I don't know what, but I assume we'll do something here. Oh, it's the stack command. It's amazing. God, I love this thing. This is good music for having just finished an Evelevator, I have to say. So Eve's concept for this, for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, let's see. So her concept was that you just walk in and this would be the store level. And from here, there's no way to get up into the apartment levels. This is just the store. And then there's actually just a back entrance that goes straight into the elevator. Evelevator 1.5. To get up to the actual living levels. And then Eve says we need to check out the stairs. I do like this, yes. This is exactly how it should be. I think you're gonna have to charge rent for apartments up here, though. And this needs a railing. And that's just dangerous. I mean, I don't know about a central pillar, but put something. If nothing else, just even just a fence. I don't think you've got anything here that it would connect to. Just like a fireball kind of thing. And then at least you can't fall down. But yeah, I'm sure you'll figure out something. So the question is, first of all, what the fuck? What the hell? Did you want a second elevator? Is that what happened here? Because like I've said, there are elevators that can have multiple stops, but nothing that fits in this space. And the thing about it is you need a lot of space below, so you'd have to block off all that space. Because, like, you need all of this space open for your wiring. Okay. So what I might do then is a piston door hiding a little bubble elevator. Interesting, okay. I mean, that'd be cool. Like, if you're cool enough to get in the penthouse, then you can have a bubble elevator. Sure. I don't want to continue the stairwell all the way to the penthouse level. I want a different way into that. Okay, that makes sense. I think the only problem with that is that so you have an elevator that goes up, right, into your first living area, and then if I live in the penthouse, I don't want to have to climb the peasant stairs. Right? Why should I have to get off the elevator and get on the stairs to get to my fancy elevator? Like, give me a fancy elevator. Okay, if you're gonna give me a fancy elevator. That's what I'm saying, as somebody who's cool enough to live in a penthouse. But I think possibly for the first time, um, no, I don't necessarily think that. For one thing, that's a long elevator. For another, it doesn't make sense to go all the way to the top of the elevator just to go down the stairs. I'm mostly just giving you a hard time about the penthouse, but just make like a secret piston door that takes you up one of these columns, and that's how you get there. But I think for the first time, I have run out of stuff to do on stream. It's never happened before. Let's see. What are the other farms I need to design? Let's go through the new added blocks and see if there's a farm we're missing. Vex, how about you stream that? That's what I'm going to say. Blocks. Okay. Changes. I guess we can do a resin farm, but do I really feel like doing a resin farm? It's been done. Yes, Oni. I'll show you in a second. Yes. Moss, easy to farm. Resin, it's been farmed. Okay. Let's look at 1.21.5. Let's see, we got bushes. We got cactus flowers. We got firefly bushes. I mean, okay. The only way to farm this is to farm leaves. And there's still no good way to farm leaves. This is just farmed the same way that the pink petals are. Is there truly nothing else to design a farm for? I mean, okay. While we're thinking, let me show you. So this is Eve's shop that she's designing. And if you go in this side, then it's just a shop, right? There's no way up. But if you live here in one of the apartments up there, then I know. Oni, it's so cute. Like, so cute. But if you go in the back, then there's an elevator. And Eve doesn't know how to make an elevator, so made one. And it just takes you up to the apartment level. And then you can go back down. And even if the elevator's at the bottom and you're at the top, in that case, you can just push the button and the elevator will come get you. And similarly, if you're at the bottom without an elevator, you can push and it'll come get you. Honestly, Eve, this is not a bad view as the elevator goes up, if you're okay with a little hazard. And here we go. here's what we're going to do as soon as this comes down. Gotcha, Eve. We are going to log off here, and we're going to go to regular ROTMD. Now, my stream title is not Realm of the Mad Dog, so I don't want to really make any progress, but there is something I want to look at. I've been making some plans around Oni, have you seen my nether tunnel? History of the world in 400 blocks. Okay. I wanted, when I joined the server, I wanted to have the coolest nether tunnel on the server. So, I built Hox's History of the World in 400 blocks. As the name implies, it's about 400 blocks long and tells the history of the world. In the beginning, there was the solar system. And so we have the sun with a solar flare, and we have Mercury, and Venus, and Earth before it cooled down. So this is Earth that was still molten. And then here, during this period, the Earth cooled down. So you can see it gradually transitions into rock. And then at the very end here, we have a little grass. Then next we have the Ice Ages. There's little woolly mammoths here. If they leave that part out of the history books. So once the ice thaws out, then we have the beginning of agriculture and the building of the pyramids. And my favorite part of the whole thing is the sunset here. And if you look inside this pyramid, you can see the treasure. So after that, we have the classical period. So we have the Parthenon. This tree, if you look at pictures of the Parthenon, this tree is actually there. And okay, here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna finally fix this damn thing. Up here's a Roman aqueduct. And then here's the Age of Exploration. So we have a sailing ship. Yes, the cow has been migrating over the years. And then we have a hot air balloon. This is the Age of Flight. We have a hot air balloon. We have a plane. This is everybody else's favorite part. No, Eve, it's just like a ship from the Age of Exploration. And then we have the modern age. We have a highway going by a modern city skyline. And the highway turns into an information highway. And here we have the inside of a computer. Joe saw this for the first time and he said, and this is the age of bees. Which is the fair reaction, honestly. And then at the end, we have Mars and the rest of the solar system. We have Jupiter with its big red spot. We have Saturn with its rings. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, which is a planet. And then we have a probe exiting the solar system. Vex, everything is a correct tech reference for you. And then we have a base. You're welcome, Moni. I'm just old enough to take that personally. any younger, and I think I'd be okay with it, but I'm old enough that Pluto's a planet. I don't know. Eve, last time Vex checked in about his unholy science, he had the bees producing such things as honey. So, what could possibly be next? So this little split in half building here, I guess it's a big split in half building, but this building here, it's my tree farm. So I'll show you how that works. Papa needs chlorine. Vex, is there anything bees can't make? Let's see, we need saplings. What's this set up for at the moment? Hard to say. Let's do something easy. Actually, let's just do saplings. And then we can do... Where's the spruce? Is it in here? Ah, here we go. Okay. Oh no. And then we just ride the minecart and we plant trees. They grow. And the farm blows them up. Everyone hates this farm because it's by a person named They6 who designs bad farms. But I was able to fix most of the problems with it, and I think it's really cool. See, Eve, that's the thing. This thing can grow pretty much any tree. Like most, I'll explain how it works in a second. But, Eve. This thing doesn't depend on the shape of the tree. In most tree farms, they defend... Or enough Vex. Most of the tree farms, they depend on a particular shape of tree. Okay, Vex. They depend on a particular shape of tree, and so you have to rebuild the farm every time Mojang produces a new kind of tree. But this thing, it just blows it up. It doesn't care. So it's kind of future-proof. But if you look, the TNT is actually getting pushed out inside a block. So these are known as B36 TNT dupers because they explode. The TNT explodes inside block 36, which is the block that's moving. And the advantage to this is that first of all, the TNT can be put right exactly where we need it. Second of all, the TNT does less damage to items. And so, because it's inside a block, it does less damage to items. Oh, that's a mod. It's not a boss bar, it's just a little warning thing. The reason that I have that mod is for, like, it's up in the corner, you can see those potion effects. It shows those, and it also shows my armor durability. It's called Better PvP. And it's another Zero mod. I think it's another Zero mod. Not actually sure on that one. But yeah, that's how this works. And then the items, they go into the hoppers, and then they get ejected into this water stream. And then they go around the water stream and get picked up by these 6x hopper loaders. Let's see, so the spruce one is way over here, I think. I think this is the spruce one. And as you can see, the spruce gets sorted. Mostly. And then all the excess goes in the cactus. Damn, there's a lot of wood. Your witch accusation stands. Honestly, in this case, I'm proud of it. Yes, exactly. Click, click, click. Does also produce a lot of saplings. 1 second. Thankfully that was not lava. Okay. This. Give me these. I'll compost them. Ooh, the smelter. Yes, I have a smelter. You were gonna do that anyway. Here's my little propagule farm, but you already know about this. I'm just gonna give Oni the tour of my base. And anyone else who hasn't seen it. So here's the art gallery. And let's see, I'll show you the outside. This part of the building is one of my favorites. I just love this view. But inside, we have all of the map art on the server. This is Marvale's section. He has a Pikachu. He has this bright green map, which he used to make a disorientation room. So he had all of the walls just this bright green, so that you couldn't see which way you were looking. And it was impossible to get out. Even if you think you know which way you're facing, you don't. And then this one, you should scan and find out. I'll leave it on screen for a second. It's not a Rickroll. That's what I'm gonna say. So this is the flower. This is Joseph Brooks. These are my ones. So this is Hope Proud. When 8-Bit Season 3 started, the most recent one, I spent the first 2 weeks of the server making this map on 8-Bit, and then plastered Dish's shop with it. There's a clip. And then eventually I built it here. This is Leah, which is Joe's favorite character in Stardew Valley. This is a very old Windows logo, and this is my first map. It's a screenshot that I took of a fox with shaders, and then I made it into a map. Yes, Hope Out. And then this is a cat. This is one of my favorite views in the city. It just looks kind of finished. This is update suppressed water. If I were to put a block here, it would spread out and go places, but right now it's update suppressed. So this is the real witchcraft. Here's my beacons. These keep you alive when you run the tree farm. Vex, I would ban you. So this here is like a bar slash nightclub kind of thing. And it's a lava farm. So if I take this, and let's see, if I fill up my inventory, and then I hold buckets, I can turn this on. And then if I hold the use button, then it'll fill the buckets, and because my inventory is full, it will just spit them out into the bottom stream. And then they go up and into the shulker loader, which it looks like it might be full at the moment. We'll have to troubleshoot. And then the cauldrons, they cycle through these layers to get full of lava. And my question is, why is this not working? Because there's a torch in there. Okay. There we go. That's better. So then when this fills up, why is this in there? Should not be. When it fills up with lava buckets, then it just goes in here. This place is AC, Bill? Fair enough. It's not as bad as you might think. Like, yes, it's bad, but heat rises, and most of the lava is above you, so it's not too bad. This here's the Krauss Arboretum. It's named for my friend Eli Krauss, and exactly. It's just a nice place to sit and wander. Oh, absolutely. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? We have this thing. Give me shrooms. This is a brown mushroom farm. So it blows up the box. You plant the mushroom, and then it pushes the stems to the side, and the stems go over here, and they get pushed into this area. This is the parking garage. And when it's full, then you can go break them, because they have to be silk touched. And then the top of the mushroom gets blown up for more mushrooms. And enough of the little mushrooms go in the hoppers that we can resupply. Yeah, because the the beacons over here, the beacons, they are perfectly placed. If I had these farms 2 more blocks farther apart, it wouldn't work. But they're perfectly placed to keep you alive when you're running the tree farm or the mushroom farm. And unfortunately, your armor will still take durability. So you have to take it off, otherwise it'll just break. This here is the other TNT farm. So this is a basalt farm. A nice little skyscraper. And we can just like... I had a concept for this that I was just going to do offset levels. And I kind of like how it came out, but I don't think it blends very well into the rest of my base. So up at the top, we have a TNT duper. And then the TNT falls down the center. And we can go through this secret door. And then there's a basalt generator. And the TNT is timed to explode just as the basalt pushes, because that way it's block 36 and it has a lot more blast resistance, and we can blow up more of it. That'll just go until... It'll just go until we turn it off. It only produces about 60,000 basalt per hour, so, you know. Me too. Okay, this is the public library. It has books. It's also a sugarcane farm. So when the sugarcane grows, it gets broken by the pistons and pushed in here. Most of it makes its way through. And it goes in the chests. And then here. This is the hot dish office building. It is a creeper farm. So if you look inside, there's these cats, and when the creepers spawn, they run from the cats, and they go down into the lava. So there's like a break room and some offices. And then if you go in the bathroom, Joe thought this was a poop joke, but you hit this button, flush yourself down the toilet, so to speak, and then go down here, and this is where the creepers go, and they die here, and they have their gunpowder in there. There's you. You. Okay. And then I also added a feature where you can turn off the lava. so that the creepers survive. And then if we didn't have our mob switch on, then the creepers would fall down. And no, Eve, I don't. But the creepers would fall. And then we can open this, and the skeleton shoots. Which we now need to heal it because I have thorns. And when the skeleton shoots the creepers, then we get music discs. So we have quite a few of them here. It's true, Eve. It's just too many of them. So here are my flower farms, although I want to design like a desert garden area where the new flower farms are going to go. Like the ones we designed in the last few streams. But for now I have a two tall flower farm. And a 1 tall flower farm. This is in a mango design. Let's see, here's the bee farm. I like bee farms where the bees are free to roam. So I do give them this area to do their bee thing in. It does seem that we have a problem though. This one is out of shears. And none of these are getting properly emptied. Unsure, okay. Move. Okay, move. I need you to move, please. Thank you. Oh, for anyone who liked the farm that I did last stream, you'll also like this thing. This is a cocoa bean farm. And if I turn it on, let's see, I have to make sure there's bone meal in here first. Need bone meal. There's a bamboo farm too, but... Bone meal. Bones, bones, bones. Bones. Okay. We can put away our spruce log while we're here. And then... Yes, cookies. Cornflower farm? Oh yes, but that one's the same. This one, however, is one of the first things I built in the space. And do that. And 1, 2, 3, 4.5. And then we turn it on. Where's the lever for that? And we stand here. And we do that. And it just grows the coffee beans for us. It grows the cocoa beans for us. This, I believe, is a 4-game tick farm. And so you place the cocoa bean against the log, and then you have 2 dispensers that both fire bone meal. And so it'll grow up in the amount of time that you have. Yes, yes we do. This was back when I didn't understand these types of farms very well, and the collection is wholly inadequate. It's just one hopper, but like, that gets less than half the beans. Let's see, how long is this gonna take? 5 items per second, and 5 times 300, so it's gonna take about a minute or so. I used to think that was fast. But there we go. There's your farm. Here's my little egg farm. And this is my old lava farm from before I built the new one. Okay. And my cactus farm. This is how cactus farms used to be built before the flower era. Oh, no, they're not. Did you not see me show El Mango's farm? That's a 1 game tick farm. Okay, let's see. Next up, the cruise ship. That's true, he's in Germany, but this is the iron farm. It's nothing special. But out here is something special. This is my cruise ship, the HH Elisajalt. This is my villager trader. It's where the villagers live. Because I figured if I was going to exploit villagers, I would at least let them live in style. Yes. This is what I need a lot of quartz for. Also, kelp blocks. Underrated floor. So there's a movie theater in the front of the ship. And then the actual ship has 3 levels. This bottom level has zombies. And so I can flip these, and the villager will come down to get zombified. If we go up 1 more level, then we can trade with the villagers. And then here's the bridge. Yes, it does. Actually, that's Windows 3.1. But up here, we have the rail level where we put all of the villagers into their cells, into their staterooms. And then here's the villager breeder, which is a little bit overrun with villagers at this point. And then up on the top, we have our smokestacks and our swimming pool. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, if you want to make one. I'm gonna go home, swap out my Elytra, and then we can see the rest of the stuff I built. Because my base is, at this point, only like half of it, so... It's tour time. Oh. This here is the reason I picked my base location the way that I did. It's a hydroelectric dam. So it produces power. And it actually does produce fuel because it has this kelp farm, which you can actually see it just triggered. And the kelp goes up and then in here and through. And the kelp goes into the hoppers. And then once it goes in the hoppers, it goes through. Oh, there's salmon here. Why is there salmon? It goes into the smoker. And as soon as the smoker has at least, I think, 26 items, it gets one of these injected. And that way we make sure that we are making efficient use of our kelp blocks. Because the output of this is dried kelp, which goes into the crafter. And then the crafter outputs into the dropper stack, which is full of kelp blocks. And if this is all full, then it'll fail to go up, and the kelp will instead go down into the storage, which this thing produces like 80 bucks an hour, and we have so much storage. It's kind of a meme. Seriously, so much storage. Because this is the renewable energy. And then the reason I picked this location was that clear back in the back here is this waterfall. So I was like, cool, I can dam up this river. And so I did. And I manually flooded the whole damn thing. This is a whale that VLAN's pulled for me. Eve, that's so cursed. I don't even want to know how long that would take. But yeah, there's my farm. Let's see, that's everything at the base. Let's go east. Let's see, this way. Ah! Alyssa, how dare. Are you following? Yes, it does show you as a follower. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Eat. This is something that they fix in the upcoming version of Minecraft. If you are flying, then a rocket will always boost you. You won't use it against the wall by accident. Got time to make a trip to the Ender. Okay. You Go away. Go away. Get lost. Okay. Alyssa, we're giving Oni and anyone else who cares to watch a tour of my builds. Okay, this is the cat gift farm. So cats. Let's talk about cats. In Minecraft, if you sleep in a bed and you have a cat, then the cat will give you a gift in the morning. God damn it. Okay, remind me before I get offline. But yes, if you have a cat, then the cat will sleep on the foot of your bed and give you a gift in the morning. If you have the cat sitting down so that it can't reach the bed, then it won't give you a gift. But also, if you have multiple cats, why is that cat sitting? That cat should not be sitting. Oh no, I didn't need to know that. Anyway, if you have multiple cats, then only one cat will sleep on the foot of your bed and give you a gift. But if you have multiple cats that are not sitting, and none of them can reach your bed, they will all give you a gift. And so if I were to sleep in this bed when nightfall came, all of these cats would drop a gift. And so we can get lots of things like rabbit's foot, which does not help the witch accusations. Local redstone witch digs better hole. Mode 11. Honestly, my plan for tonight, before Eve requested an Evelevator, was to dig a hole. Okay. And then here, further out in the desert, is our Dripstone supermarket. And this is kind of where I want to build the cactus farm. And then I want to make a garden area on top because it's like really big. I want to make a garden area on top to put the other farms in. Hi, T-Maz. Good to see you. If we go around to the loading dock of the store, then we can get our dripstone, and it has flying machines. So the dripstone grows in here, and then we can turn the farm on, and it'll harvest the dripstone. And that's how it goes. Oh, so you're always the thing that gets skipped. I do love the way this building came up, though. It's so cool. it. That's the idea, Eve, because I built it like, I want to say either shortly after I moved here or like before I moved here, but after I'd been to LA. I think I was inspired. Okay, so next up is the Wither Farm and Wither Biome. This is my custom biome area. I'm glad you like it, Eve. Means a lot. If we go up here and through the portal, then we reach the Temple of Kryara. This here is the Temple of Kryara. It is also a wither skeleton farm. So it has a nice wither skeleton face. And then if you go in here, you can start the farm by spawning a bot on the nether side. And then smack them with a sword. The dirt is here because if you run the farm for long enough, eventually a zombified piglin will find its way into the portal, and then you'll kill it. And then all the zombie piglins that spawn here in this portal will come and kill you. And that's not good if you're AFK. But yes. So this is the wither biome. It's all brown and dead. And there's custom trees. And the leaves are made from glass and glow bacon. And then we have a wither star, another star, reflecting pool. It's got another star. It's true, I kinda did. And then this is the farm that I used to produce all of the glow lichen that I needed to make this. And there's just a nice bridge to the Wither Islands. But honestly, this is one of my favorite builds because I pushed myself. Like the trees. Oh yeah, there is a basalt shore, isn't there? Mhm. The trees aren't perfect, but I pushed myself to do something custom and organic, and I kind of like the result. It needs something more. It has the big features. It needs something medium-sized feature, and some small features. And I don't know what this should be, but I'm really proud of this. Do I want shrubs? Maybe. Maybe. I should probably add rocks, to be honest with you. I didn't feel like those were what I wanted to eat. And then if we go to the shopping district, we can see my shop. This is one of my shops. Yes, exactly. Cactus flowers coming soon. I will be selling them. This is a loom. So the theme of the shopping district is blocks. We build big blocks. So this bookshelf was here. The crafting table was here. So I built a loom. So our supplies. Inside, we have music discs. We have all of the banner patterns. So you can come in here and use them to make banners. We have banners. We have pride banners. We have flag banners. We have just decorative banners. And we have alphabet banners. Then we have colored things and flowers and general goods. And then if we go around the corner, we have the smithing table, which is the community armor trim library. So here we have every single armor trim. And you really should not use the display ones, but if you accidentally do, let me know because I have backups in the art museum. But yes, you can borrow the trim, you can duplicate it, you can put it on your armor. And then over there in the azalea bush is my this is what my build is that the Evelevator 1.5 was for. Okay. Oh, but Eve is building a armor shop. Armor trim shop. Okay. Here's the moss farm. It mossifies the stone. And then pushes the moss out. I'm considering it, Eve. I'm considering my options. Because, like, there's no pale azalea bush. So what I could do is just convert half of these to pale, but then I would need more sorter slots. And this sorter is already quite massive. Although I suppose I could just take out these and just have a craft bone mill. That might be what I do. Because I can just, yeah, that'll work. I can just convert half of these to pale. All I would really have to do is replace this moss block with a pale moss block and it'd be good. But yeah, that's how this goes. What even is that? I think it's just decoration, honestly. And yeah, that's most of what I built. Oh God, Alyssa. Honestly, I want you to do that because I think you'll have an unhinged reply. Oh, I forgot. So this here is the Pasadena City Hall. It's built here because it's also the hall that they used for the City Hall of Parks and Rec. And Joe, at one point, wanted to replace the roof with the new copper blocks. And I said, wouldn't it be cool if you could get insurance to pay for that? So, City Hall got attacked by the Empire. This is probably one of my favorite things I've done on the server, just in terms of pranks. Just because it's so over the top. And if you go in, you can see a TIE fighter. Years. Literal years. Because he just didn't play the server. If there's a clip of him seeing it, it was actually on the stream that you first watched, I think. But you can go up to the bridge. And these control panels down here. And yeah, it runs on Windows. Okay. There's teeth. So Alyssa says that Subasa clarified that you meant a Minecraft moss block and asked if he would know that you were the moss block. And you said yes. And then he clarified a default texture moss block. And you said yes. And he said he'd make a really nice special room to put me in the middle of it. And then go track down whatever which turned me into a moss block. Okay. You could do worse. I wonder what he would do if he were a special retextured moss block. A Vista map art. Okay. Honestly, maybe. I think the problem with a Vista map art is that it's so like shiny and smooth, and it would be crunched because you don't get very many colors or pixels. I don't think that would work so well, but up to you. I wonder if Joe ever meant to put books on these back shelves here. That's my question. But either way, I know we're a little early, but I'm kind of tired. So I think we've accomplished what we came to accomplish. Except we still have to fix the damn architect. But I think after that, we're going to go ahead and end for the night. Ah, yes. I'm honestly not sure when he's still here. I think we lost them. So here's the thing about the aqueduct. I always think about when I'm fixing, I always think about needing to fix it, but I think so. Yes. Yes, she does. I think. Okay. The problem with this is that I'm always going somewhere. And so I'm like, I'll just do this later. And then I never do it later. Yes. There we go. Finally. After like 3 or 4 years, this is done. I think it's about 3 years. Good aqueduct. Okay. Folks, I'm done. I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna get some rest. And I hope you all get some rest too. Let's find somebody to raid. Of course, Eve. Let's see. Um, Thanks, T-Mass. I did a tour of that. I don't know if you saw. That tunnel is the history of the world in 400 blocks. A little bit earlier in the stream, we did a tour of it. But it's basically just 8 different dioramas that tell the history of the world. Yeah. Um, let's see, who is online? Griffin's online, but we always read Griffin, so I'm gonna find somebody else. Eve is absolutely correct. All are the best viewers. I think every streamer says that. Because every streamer has the best viewers for them. Let's go say hi to Real Soji. Because Real Soji is somebody that I have heard of. I don't know them, but I think they do some like custom like mod developments for special servers. Let's go see them. Okay. Thank you all for coming. Exclamation point Discord. Exclamation point Discord will give you my Discord. And then you can get alerts if you want for streams. You don't have to. But if you go in there, you can get the stream alerts full, and then we'll ping you about an hour before we go live. And yeah, we're going to go raid Real Soji, go say hi to them. And I'll see you next time. Possibly today. Possibly. We'll see. All right. Thanks for coming. We'll see ya.